Hey guys, JB here from Alpha Wolf Consulting. So I wanted to give you a little bit of morning motivation, but also a quote that I have, and it's life is always at its fullest expression in every moment. Therefore, I must strive to be at my fullest expression in every moment of my life. And what that means is a tree doesn't worry about how much it should grow. A tree grows to what a tree should be. The wind doesn't worry about how hard it blows. The wind blows how it blows. Okay. So when I do activities, when I do actions, when I do things I'm passionate about, I shouldn't do them to a certain level. I should just do them to the fullest extent that I can do them, with full attention. So full focus on what I'm doing. What am I trying to do? What am I doing? So, for example, if I'm listening to music, then I'm listening to music with all of my attention. Hearing the individual sounds, hearing the individual sorry, the individual notes, the individual sounds, how it all works together. Okay, like attention is what gives fulfillment. When we give our full self to what we do and what we love, we give our passion. Like, that's where we gain our passion from. So in trying to understand how to live at your fullest extension, or your fullest expression of who you are, is a passion of mine. Okay, and it's something that I personally try to aspire to every day, to understand what is the fullest expression of me. What is me acting as my 100% authentic self. Okay, so that's something to think about in every action that we do. Is this something that is 100% our authentic self, or is this something that we are doing because we think about a result that we're going to get? So living in your fullest expression is about understanding who are you, and what makes you happy, what makes you lit up. So for me personally, one of my things in life that lights me up is expressing, is sharing knowledge that I've found, thoughts that I've had, you know, perspective. You know what I mean? Like sharing the different viewpoints to try and find or solve problems is something I'm highly passionate about. So that's something that if I can live every day of my life in that moment, then I will live happy. But the other thing is when we're living in our fullest expression, okay, remember the golden rules, which are that we want to be grateful for where we are. We want to be hopeful for where we're going, and we want to be inspired about what's to come. These are the three aspects of raising yourself to a higher vibration, but also they are the aspects of, I guess detaching yourself from the situation, or detaching yourself from the outcome. Because if you're already grateful of what you have, all right, or where you're at, or the perspective that you have, or whatever it may be, like, you're already detached from the fear of failure or the fear of loss. Just like if you're hopeful, and you're hopeful about things are going good, life's good, everything's moving in your favor, you lose that fear of, what if this doesn't work, what if things aren't what I think they are, what if things aren't going to go the way I want them to go. And then the last aspect is the most important, and that's inspiration. Understand this: you need inspiration in everything you do, and inspiration is what pushes us to be able to drive further, to be able to push harder, to be able to, go that extra little bit, to be able to take that bit of a hit. You know what I mean? Like inspiration, when I'm inspired about the future that I am creating, okay, and I'm inspired about what's to come in life and what could be in the future, the actions I take will be different to if I hold a pessimistic view. Okay, so understanding that if I have an inspired view, all I look for, all I hope for, all I do is towards, you know, every, everything being good, that good result, that outcome that I really, really desire. Okay. Um, so these are just some things to think about, but just remember, like living at your fullest expression is just being 100% your authentic self in every moment. You don't need to think about what you need to do, who you need to be, or anything like that, okay? Thinking is the enemy of full expression, because full expression is expression without thought. Now, this doesn't mean acting without thought. This just means acting authentically without the requirement of thought, because our authentic actions don't require thought. Okay? So, for example, if I ask you to beat your heart, you don't have to think about it. Your heart just beats because it's authentic action for your brain to beat your heart. Just to the same, if you think back to anything you're passionate about or anything that you love or anything like this, okay, think back to the actions that you take in pursuing that and how much thought has to go into them. Very little. And it's not that you don't think about what could be, what could happen, you don't visualize. No, it's that you don't have to think about, how do I do this? What do I have to do? Is this going to get me the result? Okay, you're not thinking about trying to break it down logically. You're just doing. Okay? So if you're working out and you're training, right? You're not sitting there thinking about, how is my muscle moving? And you're not focusing on how much energy am I expelling in each of these movements, how much, you know what I mean? You're not breaking down the physical aspect of it. You're not breaking down, how many seconds of energy am I expelling? How many seconds of energy do I have in reserve? You know, how much resistance am I gaining? How much, tiredness and all of that, right? Because for you to comprehend that and understand that and think about that logically is so complex that you would be unable to take action because of the amount of information that you would require. Do you understand? We're simplifying decision making. Okay. So when we're lifting, we might be thinking, oh, how many can I push out? We're thinking about the broad sort of aspects, to where what we're thinking about is more directional opposed to exact path and steps. Okay. So we want to be thinking about broad and then taking actions and measuring those actions, rather than thinking about specific and then planning out actions to be taken. All right. So that's a little bit of morning motivation for you. If you understand it and you get it, you'll understand that through action comes motivation. Through full expression comes inspiration. You know what I mean? When you are 100% your authentic self, you will be inspired to give 100% of your energy to anything and everything that you do. All right, enjoy.